Hello and welcome back to South Coast Busways and Jurassic County Busways, here looking out over Bournemouth, where we have a fairly large fleet of buses that we aren't fully using, because we have a large number of Volvo B7TL Enviro400s and Scania N230UD OmniCities that we're still filling out the allocations for as we go. Last week we sort of looked at the OmniCity allocation by putting in the new U7 between Christchurch and Bournemouth Uni, and this week we're going to be looking at the Volvo allocation by putting in a new route between Bournemouth and Verwood, which is up here. This will also set us up for an expansion into Salisbury, which is up here. This is the bottom end of Salisbury. That is Salisbury Hospital, and Salisbury, like, you can see the railway that goes into Salisbury there. Salisbury Station, I think, is about here. So, we aren't far from having Salisbury. I think one map expansion and we should have the entire city, which is nice. In the meantime, we have, you know, all of this to do as well down here, along here, down to Milford-on-Sea. This can probably all be done from Lymington, although the Lymington fleet doesn't have the same wiggle room as the fleet at Mallard Road currently does. So, it's time for a new city route in Bournemouth. The 3 up to Verwood. That's going to start from Bournemouth town centre rather than like a little local area like the 7 does. There we go. Something was blocking my mouse sensor. That's always fun when that happens. Let's make our own bus route. And we're probably going to start here where the Dorset Limited 300 terminates. That is another route that we have to put in eventually, the Dorset Limited 400. Which will come with a map expansion up to Poole. But in the meantime, it is time to work on... No. Oh, what was it? Was it like FEC 507? Yes, it was. It's time to work on the 3 from Bournemouth to Verwood. Very nice. We are gonna have it start there, and then we're gonna have it come down here, then up, then over there, up here, down here, down here, and it's gonna come up through Bournemouth Station. Like a lot of routes do. There we go. Please go the normal way, thank you. Then up, following here up to Cemetery Junction, East Avenue roundabout, and then we're going to come up through, what are you called? Through Wilton Banks, yes. So post me, if you don't mind. now have the 3 from Bournemouth to Verwood. It's a very long route, over 16 miles each way, and I don't know why I didn't realise it would be that long. But it's relatively quick. Looks like it'll take just over an hour each way, which, not terrible. So I think we can run this probably every half hour. I think every half hour would be reasonable, considering that there's going to be more down this road than just the 3. So, let's get this all set up in a happy little jump cut. And the timetable for the 3 is now done between Bournemouth and Verwood. The route has, as normal now, 2 layers of timetables. They each run hourly for a half-hourly service when both timetables are in operation, which is for most of the day. But you can also see there are these third timetables for last services, and so you can see here the core timetable ends outbound during the week at 22:30, and this last outbound runs a short service at 23:30, 1 hour later, that cuts short at Ferndown. The same happens on Sunday an hour earlier at 22:30, as its last service that runs through to Verwood is at 21:30. This route will be using the VE type, as I said earlier, and therefore will be running out of Mallard Road. We'll activate that route now, because we have the buses for it. Why not? So that's just going to be creating a bunch of shifts for our new buses. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to speed things along. Actually, I'm not going to speed things along, because I need to allocate Mallard Road, and wow, it's really laggy. On the PC front, I think I've just ruined everything, because I've started playing BeamNG Drive again, and for some reason, even though BeamNG is on my eDrive, it's installed all of my mods onto my C drive. So now that doesn't have enough space left to act as virtual RAM for CBM, because CBM needs so much RAM. So that's fun. But right, anywho, let's make the RAM problem even worse now that that's assigned. Also, you know, I'm going to change my depot focus over to Mallard Road. Oh no, I can't do research from those, I can only do research from SV. So we're going to change the focus to Mallard Road, then we're going to change it immediately back to Newport, so that I can research my new map. We are going to research a north, and we are going to get to Salisbury. Spoiler alert. So, you know, for the little reminder for those who forgot, because that time lapse was beefy. This is how far the map goes right now. This is the bottom end of Salisbury. This is Salisbury General Hospital, and there's a railway line that goes into Salisbury. And we've had a problem at SV. Don't worry about it. I paused the game. Yeah, Salisbury City Centre is sort of around here. It sort of just peeks into the map, but it extends out a little bit. But where buses usually terminate on Blue Ball Row is like 1 or 2 streets off the edge of the map. It's really, really annoying. But having Salisbury will open up a few new express services in the X1, X5 and X8. Those are all going to be the Salisbury Swift with the express livery. They're going to be very nice. And it will also open up the X3, which will run along the route of the 3 from Bournemouth. You know, like this, making limited stops. Then, what is it going to do? I think it's going to continue following the 3 through Three-Legged Cross and Verwood. Unless there is a better way to go. Maybe it goes, instead of through Verwood, it goes through Ringwood? and then takes the direct road up through Fordingbridge and Downton, like that. That could work. And then Verwood to Salisbury can be done by a local service or maybe a feeder into Ringwood or something. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I rarely do. So, right, let's go to SV and get this 6 assigned, because clearly my buses are all falling to bits at Newport. That's fun. Oh, bit of a life update. If you watch the By Night series, you will know that in the last episode, episode 13, the episode where I got dumped in Becontree Heath, in the opening, I said I would be participating in Pride this year. Well, it is now after Pride this year, and I can say it was one of the best days of my life. It was such a good day. I had such an incredible time there. Definitely go down to London Pride if you have time, if you're of that persuasion. I don't even mean that. If you're of that persuasion, no, Pride is for everyone. You can just go. Just go have a look. It's fun. It's a great time. Right. Not buy a new bus. No. I don't want to buy a new bus for here. I won't be buying any new buses this episode. We've not bought new buses in a little bit. When was the last time we bought new buses? Wow, it was a while ago. What I'm doing is I'm fixing buses, because clearly the fleet is falling to bits here. Oh yeah, the fleet is dying. The fleet here is not happy. Oh, that, yeah, no, that one's not getting fixed for a bit, because I need parts. You're fine. You're good. Solo 765 is good. EM2 is good. EM5 is going on the back burner. And TE16 needs an engine. That's the one that broke. You're fine. EX9 needs bits I don't have. And EX10 is good. Cool. Please ignore me dropping everything. So now I need to buy replacement parts. Brake pads. What else do I not have any of? I don't have enough of you. I'll get some more of you. And I'll get some more engines in case another bus decides it doesn't want to live anymore. And then we're going to buy some more of everything. And because that's a big order, let's just buy a load of them. And then buy more of you. And buy more of you. Like that. There we go. Now we have plenty of stuff. I'm going to pick up the thing I just dropped. And yeah, it shouldn't be too long before we have something to look at on the 3. So I will bring you back when we have something to look at on the 3, or our map expansion finishes, because the research happens quite quickly these days. I don't remember research being this quick. Am I just more patient now? I don't know. But yeah, no, research seems to happen quite quickly now, for things like map expansions and buses. Which, you know, happy about. But we will see what happens with map. Or 3. Oh, the lag. Oh, the lag is real. What is that? Is that a 7? That might be a 7 actually, because there's one up there. Yeah, that's a 7. That's also a 7 because the 3 starts up like here. Oh, that's gonna be a 3. Hello, let me love you. There we are. There is a 3. It's going to be the 12:33 from Verwood down to Bournemouth. It'll take, what is that, 50? No. What? Why is it saying it's going to take less than an hour? I thought it was going to take an hour and 20 minutes. Unless I've gotten everything majorly wrong, the timetable said it would take 79 minutes. That looks more like less than that. What is happening on the 3? I don't know what's happening on the 3. But if journeys are taking less time than expected, then that can only be a good thing. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that we have a better understanding of what we're looking at. And the first 3 is go down to Bournemouth from Verwood, and we're picking up as we leave Verwood, as I would expect. You know, passenger flow in CBM, it's a lot better than it used to be. Passenger flow in CBM used to make absolutely no sense, but now they seem to have improved it somewhat, unless that's just me like thinking they've improved it and they actually haven't changed a thing. But we'll see. We'll see what the, you know, if they do make a change to passenger flow in the next update or whenever that is. Please, game, can we get an update? Because like, this is a big game now. We need a performance update, preferably one that makes performance better. But now we have a decent chunk on for the first bus, which is nice. Oh no, 13:49 into Bournemouth. That makes a lot more sense, you know. That's 79 minutes. I don't know why it was saying it would take 54 minutes. It would be nice if it did take 54 minutes, but no, that's not how things do. So just coming out of Westmore's now onto the dual carriageway. Ooh, and we're getting map. I like map. Map is fun. Map is Salisbury. And who doesn't like a bit of Salisbury? Well, there is a bit of Salisbury. Again, bit of Salisbury, always nice. And yeah, coming down, what is this? Trickett's Cross, yes. I assume this junction is the bit that's called Trickett's Cross. Or maybe it's this one. Or maybe this is like one mega junction and it's all called Trickett's Cross. I don't know. You know what? I have my laptop open next to me. I can look up what Trickett's Cross is. In the meantime, we're passing through Ferndown, which has a good chunk of people waiting, both northbound and southbound, which is nice. So, OpenStreetMap. I'm looking at Cornwall on Street Map for reasons best known to myself. And we have a broken strata. Well, we're just coming down through West Parley now, as I head back to the Newport garage to look at this strata. Well, I am suffering today. It is tired time. Pride is good, but Pride is also hectic. Right, okay, strata. It's a 14, which is a Cows bus, which is a blue bus. Which, I mean, hopefully that can fit down the 14? Honestly, I don't think the wheelbase is that much different. Because the wheelbase is probably quite similar between them, because the Strata's front wheels are way out front. So it might be fine. It better be fine. And then let's go to the bus fleet. Make sure that things are getting fixed. Right, you need an engine. Glad I bought those engines. You're on the back burner. These are all fine. I think everyone is fine or still on the back burner because parts haven't been put in their place yet. Let's change the focus over to Mallard Road, because Mallard Road, being a small garage, is probably a bit less laggy than Newport. So, there we go. Jurassic County at Mallard Road. Very nice. There is VE10. Is VE1 in? VE1 is indeed in. It's here for the afternoon. That is our Pride bus. Isn't that nice? No, I want the UI back. And there is us. There's the one we will follow. No. Give me bus. There we go. No, that's not us. We were following this one. VEM. So, yeah, just down through Parley Cross now. And, again, it's a very good number on board. Very happy with all that. And, this little bit, where for some reason there are no stops on the main road, I assume it's because there's no, walking paths between the estates and the main road. So there's no way for people to get to those stops. Which, you know what, that makes sense. Well, not the lack of pedestrian infrastructure, but the necessitation for buses to go onto the estate road because of the lack of pedestrian infrastructure. And yeah, coming down through Winton Bank, it's very busy. But, you know, again, this is not going to be the only route down here. There's going to be loads more. Well, probably not loads. Probably at least 2 or 3 more. And, I mean, while it's busy, it's not overcrowded. But then again, it is first day and it's off-peak hours, so this could all change. We're coming into Portsmouth now, where we have a lot of action. This is very nice. And there's a big parade of buses heading down into the town centre, which is all very fun. I am really tired today. Yeah, that's fun. Oh yeah, another thing, probably more timely to talk about it in the West Scotland episode, but while it's on my mind right now, I am going to the lowish floor running event this weekend down in where is that? Is that Sussex? Is it Sussex or Surrey? I think it might be Sussex. It's between Godstone Green and East Grinstead. If you've not been to Lowish and you've got a weekend doing nothing ahead and you can get down there, highly recommended. Lowish is brilliant. It's like it's a heritage bus running day, but with the sorts of buses that the people my age would remember and have a bit more of an attachment to. You know, it's less of the Route Masters and Regents, as lovely as they are, and more of the Tridents and Olympians, and there's an Ailsa going this time, which is always a fun time. I love an Ailsa. But you know, Tridents, Darts, the low floor stuff, although not every bus there is low floor. It's you know, the more recent of classic buses that I find just a little bit more interesting. Again, as lovely as the old stuff, the really old stuff is. But yeah, no, okay, now this bus is really overcrowded, but let's look away from that and head up to our new bit of map. There's Verwood, and there's Fordingbridge, and Salisbury. We had up to about here before, and we indeed now have all of it. That's very nice, especially seeing that this particular leg of Salisbury goes out quite far. But yeah, this is very fun. I like this. The potential for local routes in Salisbury is quite good. And then, of course, express routes from the Solent Red area. Particularly the X1. The X5 should also be quite a good one. That would run out from Cornwall. Why is that stopped there? Yes, it would run out from Cornwall and probably go up through West Wellow, Plateford, White Parish, and then join up with the X1 at Wimbourne and Alderbury. The what would it be? Would it be the X8? Yeah, the X8 would run from Cadnam up this way through Redlinch and Downton, then up to Salisbury. But then I'm thinking for express services on Jurassic County, maybe we go back to the pre 2005 no prefix idea, and do like the 503 being the express route between Bournemouth and Salisbury. Something like that. I think that would be fun. But I've been recording for only 56 minutes, so after the game's had its moment, I think... Oh, it's not a moment. My bad, game. Although here's something. Here's the test. What does that say in the bottom right corner when it's finished saving? Good. Cool. My PC seems to know what to do with itself, which is always nice. Right. What was I going to do? Oh, yes. The X1. The Salisbury Swift. So the X1 is going to start in Southampton, and it's going to run up the 1, making even fewer stops than the limited stop 1X. Then it's going to come up, I think, out through Sheffield English and White Parish like that. And then up through Wimbourne, Alderbury, and into Salisbury. Which will be nice to finally get activated. And we do have buses to run it, so we can activate that in this episode as well. Because I believe it's a SM that we have a bunch of WVs that's sitting around doing nothing after we changed their allocation over to hybrids. So, yeah, I'm just going to check that it's SM. And if it is SM... is it SM? No. Is it SM... Is it SC? It might be SC. Yeah, it's SC. Cool. SC is where we can run the X1 from. So let's go get the red, the Solent Red colour. Beautiful colour that we've not touched in a little bit, actually. And we will plumb in the X1 from Southampton to Salisbury. Again, I've set that time lapse up way too early. Lovely, easy trim of a colour code. There, ED0000. Imagine shouting the word Edo. Edo! I am masking my tiredness by attempting to be humorous. X1, Southampton to Salisbury. So we are going to start this at St Vincent's Walk, because there is a limited stop thing there. We're going to come out, Bannister's Park, Civic Centre, or above Bar, Civic Centre, Central Station, then up this way, stopping at Four Post Hill. Then, where is the stop on this side of the road? Oh, it is there. We're going to stop there. Then we're going to stop... Is it there? No. It's somewhere along here that I want to stop, I know that. Shirley Precinct, there we go. Then, I want to stop at Maybush Corner. Again at Lord's Hill. and then going straight up to Romsey, the 100. And is that going the right way? Yes, it is. It's not doing that roundabout properly. There we go. Do that roundabout properly. Thank you. But there is the section of the X1 that follows the 1. So post me, if you don't mind. And the X1 is now in place between Southampton and Salisbury. It is exactly 25 miles in each direction, or average of, and yeah, this will run every... I mean, there's going to be 3 routes between Southampton and Salisbury, so it's probably going to run every hour. But we'll see what demand is like. We could run this every half hour. We could run all 3 of these routes every half hour and still have buses left over, I think. But we will see on that. We will see. This is going to be a very, very nice route, and it will receive an express brand in time, but I never planned this far ahead, so there isn't one ready right now. And the timetable is now set up for the X1. It's a very simple timetable. It takes 89 minutes there, 88 minutes back, runs hourly all day, and it's timetabled such that it will have about half an hour at each end. So, this route should be fairly bulletproof in terms of timings, because it's got so long at each end. So we'll confirm that. We'll activate it out of S C now. And then I will see you when we have a bus to look at on the X1. And now it's time to join the first X1 out to Salisbury, which already has some very impressive passenger numbers for the first bus from the first stop. 48 on board already, 68 on board as we get to the Civic Centre, wow. And as we come into Central Station, where we'll have 2 minutes of break, or 2 minutes of sort of rest, 77 on board, wow. Again, these are some numbers right here. This is, I believe it's not an event day. I'll open up the side panel, see what we have. Yeah, it's not an event day, but it is the start of peak time. But, again, this is the first bus from Southampton to Salisbury, so this is quite something. And we're now running up the Shirley Road, or whatever, the Romsey Road in Shirley. And 79 on board. Next stop is Maybush Corner. After that it's Oasis Academy in Lords Hill. Be interesting to see what happens to passenger numbers once we get past Romsey. And now we're a minute late. That's not good. We're going to be more than a minute late at Oasis Academy. That's also not good. Then we have the 100, which is in Romsey Town Centre, which we're almost certainly going to be late to as well. But we then have 4 minutes of break time, or not 4 minutes, 3 minutes of stand time at Romsey bus station, which hopefully we won't eat into the entirety of. Yeah, still 2 minutes late, and leaving Romsey bus station on time. Beautiful. With 51 on board still, that's very good. Very, very good. For the countryside run through Sheffield English and the other small places that we go through. Also, apparently this route counted as serving 35% of Britford, so we absolutely smashed that, and now we need to sell 1.4 million tickets for 100 trophies and £344,000, which, nice. And now we're at White Parish, on time. Good. Next is Grimstead Road in Whaddon, followed by Alderbury Village Hall. 54 on board still. This route is doing numbers. Very, very happy with this route. 3 minutes late though, which is not great. 4 minutes late there. 3 minutes late there. Okay. Hopefully this is teething problems. Please be teething problems. 2 minutes late at the retail park. We should be fine. We probably get into Salisbury on time, to be honest. Next is the college. 2 minutes late there with 80 on board. Wow. Okay. 84 on board at St Osmond's, which is like the start of the main drag into the city. 1 minute late at New Canal. And then, yeah, 2 minutes late there. But we'll start on time. That'll do the 1800 back to Southampton. So we've had 2 new routes today, a map expansion, and one of those routes is a massive route that is going to be an absolute license to print money. But let's go back to where we started the episode. And I'm going to head to Mallard Road, because I can't get a screenshot of VE1 because VE1's tucked in that corner. If it was even in the other corner, I'd be able to get it as my thumbnail screenshot. But no, that would be entirely covered by my my thumbnail graphic. So instead I'm going to get a screenshot of VE1234. Please ignore that I had to count through. There we go, there's my thumbnail screenshot. So, I think on that note, I will see you next week from the South Coast. Bye bye.